Hello, YouTube fans. Been a long time coming, and here I am going to do a quick review. I don't know how quick it's going to be, but I got great news. Yeah, from the pitch of my tone, you would think it sound a little bit more exciting. I have a cold right now, so bear with me with my voice. No, I didn't get the HTC phone again from Boost Mobile. I still have my Samsung S2, Galaxy S2, and the reason why Android 4.1.2 is now available if you have the Boost Mobile Samsung Galaxy S2, better known as the Epic 4G Touch. Don't believe me? My friends, I'm going to prove you wrong. So, I don't know if you can see well, but here it is. Looks the same as any other video, but I'm going to go to my settings. Let's get this all lined up and go down to, well, there we go. It's right there, Android 4.1.2. So you're thinking, okay, is it worth upgrading to? Heck yeah. I will say this. It comes with Google Now. You're not going to get NFC with this because this particular model, which I believe is D710, it wasn't kind of like pre-installed like the other. I think the 9200 or 9100 i9100 was the other model, the Galaxy S2. But it is available. Let's speed this up a little bit as much as possible. There's a lot to learn in 4.1.2. How to get it. I'm going to teach you how to get it, where to get it, etc. And pretty much get into it because it has Google Now. I can tell you right now it does not have multi-window. That upgrade that they promised us, bastards, but it's not there. It does have, however, and I'll get into the features and all, but it does have the ability to watch when you're watching a movie and you wanted to, I don't know, watch a movie and go through Facebook at the same time. I'll teach you that and show you that. There's other few features, but I'll do this on the fly. Don't have much time, so let's get down to it. First of all, what you're gonna have to do, if you look on your phone, these are for Boost Mobile Samsung Galaxy S2. When you look on your phone, of course, it's not gonna look like this, but everybody's phone has what's called Samsung Galaxy, or not Samsung Galaxy, it's called SII. And right there. Let me focus in on this and put my point on the right side. I'm pointing on the wrong side, my friend. You see it right there. It's called SII Air. You're going to need the computer version, not the cell phone version, which you saw in here, to download to your computer. Let it load and install. Doesn't take that long. It takes about like 10-15 minutes. Then you're gonna basically take a cord, your USB cord that came with your phone, and plug that up to your computer. Only after, and I repeat, after you've completely installed SII Air on your computer. The reason why, once you hook your cell phone to your computer, excuse me for a second, there's my cat doing some retarded stuff. Anyway, once you get the phone hooked up to your computer, it's gonna find the latest and greatest software out there for your phone. Now, over the air, there's two types of versions of upgrades. There's over the air, and then there's basically like a download version to your computer, to push to your phone, and that's what you want to do with here. That's why if you go to your system update and that update that it gave you before, yeah, that wasn't Android 4.1. So basically that's all you're doing. You're basically, again, you're going to download SII Air, and I'll have this all in the description. Download SII Air to your computer. After it gets done, connect this up. It'll look at the software that you have previously on your phone. You'll get a pop-up window saying, would you like to upgrade to this version? And also, for that pop-up to appear, you'll also have to click Start SII Air. Again, I'll show you that in a video clip after this. So let's get started on the phone. All right. One of the differences here, and this is the lock screen, right? And it looks sort of like the Galaxy S3. It's locked. If I can get this back up. How I did that, now that's the first thing I want to get into. And notice that my phone is on 3G. I do have 4G around here, but for most of you probably watching this, you're probably not going to have 4G around here. You don't believe me? I'll push this down. Let's see if I can get to the top of the screen. And also, this is kind of like the new feature in the drop-down menu. If I point to 4G, let's get the 4G here. Boom. I'm in an area where 4G is available. So let's put that back up. And you can see it right there. Takes a while to load up. So you see I have 3G, but I don't want to put that on simply because I want to show you the capability of this phone with this upgrade with a 3G connection. No Wi-Fi, none whatsoever. One of the cool features about upgrading to 4.1.2 is it comes with Google Now. And before we get into all the features, like I said, as I promised, one slight irritation. I had my phone rooted before I upgraded to this phone. When you root your phone, and for those that don't know what root is, Google is your friend. For those that do know what rooting your phone is, it gives you basically access to make some enhancements to the phone's full strength capability in terms of performance, operating, etc. And trust me, when you upgrade to 4.1.2, you probably won't need the root. Text message. But anyway, one of the cool things about upgrading to this, actually not cool things, I'm going to say, is the screenshot. Now you'll notice, I believe with the version that you're on right now, the screenshot for you to take is the power button, which is right here, the down rocker button. And the second option is to hold down the home key. I don't know if you can see it, so let me let's see if you can focus in there. There you go. Right there. The home key and the power button at the same time just now, will activate the screenshot. Now the problem is with this, at first when I got this phone, when I got the upgrade of this the software, it was a pain in the butt to do because I couldn't time it just right. I was so used to using the down rocker volume and the power button at the same time, and the thing wouldn't work. So check this out. So let's see it. Let's put this here. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this at the same time, and that's usually what happens. So you gotta time it just right. So what I do is I hold the power button. I make sure my thumb is on the power button, and it's gonna be kind of hard to do it with. There you go. So it does take screenshots. You just have to hold down the power button and the home key. You can no longer use the volume down rocker key in order to make a screenshot. So one of the cool things about this, when you look on the home page, and this is my home page, you notice the layout looks different. And I'll just start with the layout. So let's go to apps. Your apps are down there. You can still interchange them. The only part you cannot interchange, you see my phone moving around. The only part you cannot interchange, the only icon you cannot interchange is the app. Everything else is interchangeable. The one cool thing is that when you wanted to move an icon over, remember you have to drag window to window? Well, in this version, if I tilt, I'm trying to do it so you can see it. It's called motion. So let me make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, there you go. So you should see the screen moving as I'm moving. But if you tilt the screen as I'm tilting, I'm trying to get into a view so you can see how it's tilting. But it is interchanging windows. Just I don't have. You probably saw it right there. That's a new way for you to interchange So basically, that's called motion. It's basically you're holding down the icon, and if you wanted to move it to another screen, you sway the phone back and forth, and it changes screens just like this until you want to select it. And when I say this is a great software, 4.1.2 is great, it's phenomenal. Another thing I did like, remember when you would go from side to side and it would stop from screen to screen? Nope. On this one, you can go all the way around. All the way around. Now keep in mind, when most people do their videos and their segments and their reviews, let me tell you right now, the performance is always great because that's before you load Facebook. That's before you go on the internet and you start downloading stuff, all the apps that you added on, and then you'll really see the phone's true performance. This is everything's preloaded. This is since I got this from day one. Now let's get into Google Now, because it does have Google Now, and there's multiple ways of activating Google Now. If you go to your home key, or if you press down the home key, I'm sorry, did I say the home key? The menu key, right there. Hold down the menu key, and guess what pops up? Oh no, the Flyers are losing. God. Anyway, this is a cool feature, and again, I'm doing this with 3G to show you the capability. So let me turn this up so you can hear it. If I hit the microphone, NBA.com. Again, this is 3G. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but not that bad. Let me do something here. It does pull up NBA.com. One of the cool things I liked about this Google Now is the search option, because I don't know if anybody recalls, used to be able to search. If I typed in, I don't know, Slingbox player, which I have, it wouldn't go to slingbox.com. It would literally pull up the icon. Anything that was preloaded on the phone, it would have it on there. And I guess because Apple got their panties in a bunch and sued Samsung saying, hey, or sued Android, I should say, saying, hey, you can't do that type of setup, because that was the way we had our iPhone set up. When you search for something, it not only searches online, but it searches for the phone. Well, guess what? It's back, and it's done a little bit differently, but to the point where Apple can't really say anything because the layout's not like this. So, for instance, by the way, the lock screen pretty much is the same way as it was before, with a little bit of tweak, and again, I'll get into that. So we're 13 minutes into this video. Okay, so let's go back to here, and let me type in, I don't know, Slingbox player. See, automatically, I typed in Sling, and there goes, you see, and you'll see right at the bottom, the Slingbox icon. Let me just hit the back button right there. Now, why? You have the ability to search your phone and also search online. Now, I didn't press enter. All I did was enter the word, and it automatically popped up. So you can search the phone. That's one of the cool things about Google Now, which I think is phenomenal. Samsung also has their own Siri that people have been talking about, and it is included with this upgrade. And I actually think it was a part of the previous software, previous Android, but it wasn't functioning as good as it was supposed to. So again, if I hold down the magnifying glass, there we go, and I say, it says tap and speak. She's saying, what would you like to do? Let me turn her up. Text Lauren, my wife.
Sorry, I did not understand you.
Because I said it too quick.
Try again.
Text Lauren, my wife.
Send text message to Lauren, my wife.
I love you, dear.
Message, I love you, dear. Say send. Cancel or speak your message.
Send.
Message sent.
There you go. This is pretty cool because, again, with this new upgrade, everything is functioning the way it was supposed to. And I think that when they did the 4.0 and Samsung's version of their software,
What would you like to do?
I would like you to stop talking while I'm talking. Excuse me. When they did their version of this whole software Siri thing, they kind of confirmed that it wasn't as potent, as smooth as it can be. And the reason why
What would you like to do?
I would like you to shut up. Shut up. Oh, I didn't shut it down. Sorry about that. That's why. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It wasn't as I don't say as smooth as it was supposed to be, but they got it done, and that's a great thing. I'm trying to figure out. There were quite a few updates. Oh, also, this is what I was saying. Now, I'm a Walking Dead fan. If you haven't noticed, and let's go to. There's the new one. It's called video player, right there. This video player is completely different. I'll tell you why. And that was my wife responding, "I love you." So I'll go to my videos, and let's see. There we go. Walking Dead. Okay. Now, if I wanted to watch Walking Dead, let's say on a mini screen, while I was, there you go. So Walking Dead is there. What's cool about it is if I pinch it, I can make it bigger. Put this up here, whatever I want, but I can still. You can see I can still check text messages, go online. What am I connecting to right now? Oh, you know what? I'm going to cancel that here. So let me move this down. I'll go to Google. Just Google.com and Google pops up while I'm watching The Walking Dead. Season finale's tonight, so you can give you a good idea or actually it's tomorrow night, to give you a good idea when I did this video, season 3. And so let me close this out. And to close it out, just tap the video, and boom, close. So, and again, this is 3G, but I wanted to show you that the Google Now functionality with 3G, because in reality, when you're out and about and you're going places, you're not going to have Wi-Fi everywhere you go. And 3G, and I'm using 3G as an example because wherever you go, and probably where you're living right now, 3G, 4G is not readily available to you. So I wanted to show you that. The camera, kind of, the one thing I noticed about the camera with 4.12 as opposed to 4.0, panorama works a lot smoother than what it was. It used to be doing this type of thing. You could literally go like this, and it'll pretty much go through. But pretty much, it's everything's pretty much the same. The way I can think of in terms of the layout looks pretty much the same. I didn't see anything different about the video functionality. The camera, it's a camera. It's not gonna still 8 megapixel camera, more than the HTC One SV, by the way. For just wanted to point that out. That's why I didn't want to upgrade. I wouldn't even call that an upgrade. I wouldn't change my phone to that phone just yet, especially now because you have 4.12. Oh, another cool thing about this, and of course I'm doing this everything off the top of my head, so bear with me. Your text messages. So I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but you'll see my son in a portrait background. Why this is pretty cool? Most text message programs that they did before, everything's standard. Your black background, your bubbles, they weren't really interchangeable till now. So here's my text messages. All right, if I hit the menu button, I get the option to go to settings, and under settings you'll see, put that right there for you so you can see, you can change the bubble style, as they say, so that when somebody's responding to you and you respond to them, this is interchangeable. And it'll give you a preview at the top. Hey, do you want to make it look like this? You want to make it look like this, etc., etc. And you can also change the background style. That's what I was talking about. So right now, there's a picture of my son. Every time I text somebody, he's in the background, and you can do it. You can do it to the ones that's preset on there, or you can just go right here and add a picture from the gallery, which I added my son in the background. So wanted to show you that. That was a cool thing. Another thing that changed is the music player. Music player did change a lot. So let me just pop that up there. And right now it's on Justin Timberlake's album here. And let me give you an example of what changed. So it looks like this. Completely different from what it was before. Let's say, excuse me. Let's say I'm listening to Justin Timberlake, his new album. And one of the cool things is that they did give you a lot more to choose from in terms of the sound quality, how it sounds. I didn't see an equalizer like I did before on the other one, but if I were to play Tosh, okay. What's pretty cool about it? It's Justin Timberlake's album. There's an option on here that you can press, right? And you'll notice it looks like this. And what that means, and somebody asked me that before, it'll play any type of music that is considered passionate, exciting, calm, joyful. So that if I press exciting, hey, I want to listen to something joyful. Tosh. And then that'll pop up. So that's how it works. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's the same logic as the other music player, but the display, the layout is a little bit different. Other than that, and then you still have the top. You can display everything by artist, by album. By this one is kind of new though. You can go by folders, and it's basically in the same sort of layout that I had when I moved all my music over. So it's all in folders. But it's called Music Squares, by the way, and it is at the top. So it'll play, music in relation to, I guess, the genre. It's pretty cool. Let's go back to Google now because I wanted to show you something else. Say if I wanted to call McDonald's, and by the way, this is if you can see it, like this score right here. If I press this, Google Now does pop up, and it'll show things that are local. So Flyers are winning, and but you saw that quick flick that moves the window to the side, and then I go back and it's displaying not the score, the weather. I wanted to show you 3G, right? So let's go to Google Now. Scroll to the top, and I'll hit that microphone. Call McDonald's. And it displays all the McDonald's that are located near me. It'll put the map up, and again, this is on 3G. This is not Wi-Fi, and I think that this is great. So I can decide which one I want to call, things like that. Let's see what else I wanted to show you about the 4.12. It is very smooth, very smooth. Your internet has changed up the way they did the internet. It's a lot smoother. I'll go to the full Facebook page, and also the keyboard. I don't know if you can see the keyboard changed because Samsung did have a keyboard pre-installed, but it didn't have swipe. Now it does, and it is very, very smooth. Let me see. See, I'm gonna try to do it by the camera so you can see. Let me go here. Let's do Facebook.com. Now, is it doing it or not? I don't think it's doing it. Oh, I know why. It would help to press enter. And then, oh no, not Facebook.com. There you go. Wow. Guess it doesn't want to pop up. Let's see if I can get the full website. Yeah, that's why. I wanted to show you this layout because it takes more to load the full page of Facebook, not the mobile page. If I go to, there's my Facebook page. Go to my personal one. There I go. There's my page. Here's my son. And I think that's pretty, again, this is 3G, so it's pretty cool. And the reason why I wanted to show you was, I think it's still loading. Give me a second. Excuse me. I'm fighting this bad cold. Still loading more. I'd rather go to the full site to show you what I'm talking about. Is it done yet? Yeah, it's done. Alright. So this is what I was talking about. There's my picture. But look at the way it feels in terms of how before, I don't know if you recall, but before the internet that came preloaded with the before 4.1, it was very, I don't want to say slow. In terms of speed, the speed's not going to change that much, but the way that it functions, like in terms of how smooth you can scroll up and down a page on a full page and be able to expand things out, see how smooth, easy that is. I thought that was a great design in terms of the upgrade to 4.1. And also, when you do the drop down, I just want to show you. Obviously, you can see that this is new. All right, you're able to adjust the brightness of your phone straight from a drop down menu, and your screenshots. And what's cool about it is when you do screenshots, you can share it right there and then. And it'll tell you, hey, what do you want to share it with? Facebook, text message, etc., etc. Try to think how much time do I have left? 29 minutes. Let's start. Let's. Should we go back? We pretty much covered a lot of the cool schemes of it. One more thing. So, let's say you wanted to make yours look like the Galaxy S3, which is kind of what I kind of did. And you want the lock screen to look like this. If you go to, let's go to settings. Under settings, right there, under display, then you go to wallpaper. Oh, and what's cool about 4.1, You can change the battery, or the battery light will change color when you are low on battery. Instead of it being green, like a low green, it then changes to yellow, or like a orange, yellow orange looking color, indicating that you're low on battery. So let's get back to this. So before, you were able to change the wallpaper layout, the wallpaper and the lock screen. So that's why in the lock screen, it was a still picture. You couldn't see, you can only do but so much. This gives you the option to do both, the home screen and the lock screen. Because why that's important is, if you look at my home screen has the dandelion moving in the background, and the lock screen will basically just show that live wallpaper, and that's it, with the exception of the time and anything like that. So that's why when you look here, it's both my home screen and my lock screen. And of course, all I do is click and it's unlocked. But it is so smooth, and I have so many. The reason why I have to sit there and scroll through so many windows, I'll show you. If I have that many windows to go through, you can also do that with the 4.0, but that's the amount of windows I have to go through when I'm circling around and doing these scrolling. Also, one last thing. If you wanted to get rid of something, if you hold down the button right there, you'll get the option to delete it. But let me put this back to where it was. Okay. And one thing. Remember when it was real slow? If you hold down the home key, you got so many things processing in the background, bogs down the performance of your phone, etc., etc. Look how fast this thing loads. So I'll hold down the home key. Watch this. Boom. And I have a lot of stuff open right now. A lot of stuff open. And if I wanted to get rid of each one, I just flick of a finger. I'm just moving it all around. And you can also get rid of all of it. I'll hold it down again. You have the option to, let's put this up by the phone so you can see this. See the trash can? It's on the right. Towards the middle, that's Google. And if you press that, it'll pop up. And then the last one is the trash can. I'm sorry, the performance of the phone. So you can go here, it'll take you to your apps and stuff like that, but it'll show you what the active applications that are running. That could be slowing down your phone, but I really rarely have that problem. And I think that pretty much concludes at least the showcase of 4.1. I hope I covered everything possible. 4.1.2. I hope I covered anything possible. And again, let's get down to where you want to see in terms of how and what to look for when you're downloading Samsung Kais. So I'm going to flip this. You're not going to see me, but you will hear my voice in the background. We're going to look on the sites, and I'll show you where to go to download the Samsung Kai software. You upgrade your phone. You'll have the cool features as I showed you on here. You'll probably find more than I will. I really haven't had enough time because I still have my son with work, etc. But it's good to be back to do another video. Again, hold on to your Galaxy S2. The S3, if you upgrade it, the only thing you're really upgrading is to NFC. And NFC is near frequency communication, where if you take I'm sure you saw the commercial, you take like a video that's playing on yours, and you pretty much have another, if somebody else has another Galaxy S3 that you want to share that video or phone with, automatically sends it over. So yeah, if you're going to upgrade to the S3 or even the S4, you're really just paying for NFC and a wider screen, because the functionality of this phone is pretty much identical as to the S2 and the S3 and possibly the S4. The S4 is a little bit more advanced, but yeah, that's why this should be selling like hotcakes on Boost Mobile. So people, the ones that are smart, kept this phone because you knew 4.1.2 was going to come out, and I'm not sure with the HTC S1V if it's going to come out for Boost Mobile. I know it's coming out, but for Boost. We all know about Boost Mobile and their upgrades. But with Samsung Kai's, you're always able to work around that. So with that said and done, I'll show you what to do in terms of how to get the Samsung Kai's on your computer, what to look for, things like that. It's good seeing you guys again. Doing another video. I don't think I messed up too many times. Enough to make some laughs, but I promise you I'll make it funny. I'm fighting a cold right now. That's why I'm not as hyper as I'm usually am as the previous videos, but that'll change. Again, this is Miltnificent. I did everything off the top of my head, so you can rate whatever. But if you have any questions, comments, and suggestions, hey, feel free to leave a comment. I'll get back to it as soon as possible. And it's great talking to you guys. Once again, Miltnificent signing off. Thank you. Alright, so let's start off on Google.com. We're going to go Samsung Kai's. Simply go here. Hit download for Windows, Mac, whatever the case may be, whatever you have. It'll download, and I already have it pre-installed on my computer here. And I'm going to activate it. I plug my phone in, and as you can see, it's installing the driver. This is what it's going to do to your phone. Not sure how long it's going to take. Shouldn't take that long. But then I'll go ahead and start. Since I already had this pre-installed, I'll start my Samsung Kai's. Give me a second, it'll load up. There in the database. Battery's low. As you can see, I'm recording it, which is pretty cool. Alright, so it says right now, there you go. There's me. Now the phone is on. And you won't see please connect the device. Once it's done, you should be able to see the phone information. Why can I minimize that? There we go. There's my phone. Okay. And what you're going to do, it's going to look like this when you're done. See where it says current firmware? It'll show your firmware right here. Let's close you. It'll show your current firmware right here. And it'll display the latest firmware. You want to upgrade to this. GC01. Right? Then how to do this. If you go to Tools, and right there, Start Kai's error message. It'll pop up a menu, and it'll say, hey, you want to do this upgrade. Once you click on it, my phone is already, again, my phone is plugged in right now. It's reading it. It's a good way to sync everything, your contacts, videos, music, etc. You can back up your contacts, even your text messages, your videos, your music, your photos. You can't do your apps, but you know, in terms of backing up everything, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually select everything here and back up. And saying database backup, please don't disconnect. This is good for, you know, in terms, should something happen, God forbid, to your phone, you need to restore it. All the databases on here, and it's going to restore almost everything but the applications themselves. So with that said and done, now you know what to do. Go ahead and have fun, and I guess I'll see you on the next video. See you later, guys.